Good morning, everybody. We are officially in Roatán. We are doing an off-site. We are doing an off-site excursion today. We did book this one as well through shoreexcursions.com. So if you've ever been to Roatán, this is our very first time. It is very chaotic and very confusing. They told us in our paperwork to go to group number 11. Then we couldn't see number 11, so then we walked out and came back around, and then it told us to take a right at Diamonds International. That wasn't quite right. So then we had to ask a couple different people where to go, and I'm going to show you what's in front of me because, like I said, it's very chaotic. So this is not the taxi area. The taxi area is closer to the port, but this is, I assume, where all of the extra cruise people for the third-party cruises excursions are going. So let me turn this around and show it to you. So it is busy. There are cars and vans and people everywhere. We're a little early. He told us that we've got about 35 minutes before we actually leave for the excursion. I'm hoping if we have everybody, we can leave a little bit sooner so we can get back sooner. Because if all these vehicles are going out and doing things, it's going to be very crowded. So I just wanted to show you, this is probably a good landmark, the Grupo Gumbalemba. Sorry, you don't know how to spell that. This is probably a good meeting point, a landmark for you if you are coming out to do some third-party excursions. I think you could see that sign from the port area. So the people have been very friendly around here because we got a little lost, but then they kind of point you in the right direction if you already have something booked. If you don't have something booked, they're kind of pushy. They want to sell you any tours that they can, so just make sure that you confirm your off-site third-party adventure with an actual reliable company. Make sure that they'll get you back to the ship on time. But this guy in the blue and this gentleman in the hat with the white polo, they were very generous, and that's who we are booking ours with. So, okay, we did a little walking to get over here. This is a parking lot, basically. And then here is our van that we're going to be taking. We are officially on our van and we're heading to our excursion. So we've arrived for our first excursion for the day. So we are at AJ's Sloths and Monkeys. So can't wait to check those out and hold a sloth. They do have snacks here if you're interested. They sell chips and some different snacks.
It's a sunflower seed. That's an appetizer for
You guys smell like urine. You kind of smell.
Hi. You can't chew on that. Oh. Look at, I'm holding a guinea pig. Oh.
Just rustic there.
Huh?
Hey, he's trying to crack the shell.
Okay, ready for cool pictures?
Fall asleep.
Oh, you see the monitor?
Oh, that's nice black one. Get him angry and carry every bone apart.
We're now going to look at the sloths and get to hold them.
Very slowly.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the sloths. Over here on this side we have Flash and Bullet. I'm holding Sophia and Lightning, okay? Now everyone is going to get an opportunity to hold them. Instructions are simple, so we'll follow them, okay? All we have to do is open up for a hug. As they hug you around your waist, they'll hold on to you. What you want to do is kind of support them with both of your hands here to the bottom. What we're gonna avoid doing is petting them or squeezing them, okay? So we just wanna make a little seat and they'll hold on to us. We'll start one in each corner and two in the middle, and both of us are gonna be doing the passing to the person that's next to you, okay?
Look at how cute. He's so distracted. I don't know what he's looking at.
Sloth is photogenic. He knows to look.
Now guys, if y'all notice, we have 3 sloths that have a golden spot on their beak. So we do have them here in their country, just not in the wild inner island. Okay? They're not around Roatán. The reason that these guys are here is because of the food Roatán has their meat that they eat, and it's all over the island, okay? So we have 9 in total. We have 6 that were...
Alright guys, so the rules is simple. All we have to do is our left arm. She uses her beak to balance onto you, so nothing to worry about, okay? Also no petting or trying to grab out for the macaws. Can you guys do that for me? Yes. Awesome. I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you guys, but this is also known to be our national bird. So you can find them from Central all the way to South America.
Hi.
You guys want to come on in? Let's get you guys to line up here. Just do not get too close to that edge, okay? I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you guys, but this is also known to be our national bird. So you can find them from Central all the way to South America. You guys want to come on in? Let's get you guys to line up here. Just do not get too close to that edge, okay? Good?
Yeah.
I can see his reflection in my sunglasses.
Whatever you do, don't look at it.
Yeah, put the sunglasses on.
No, I'm just kidding. You can look at it.
He was looking. I could tell he was looking at the reflection.
He's like, I'm gonna go for the jugular.
Yeah.
I wasn't using it.
The thing is, these guys are not used to being reached up. They're still on their training. Them
Hi.
Yeah. Let me have you guys against the picture.
Yeah, do you see you? I know. Yeah.
Charlie? She don't have food in her hair, Charlie.
A little closer, okay?
And one of their favorite snack guys is Bojangle French fries, okay? They love Bojangle French fries.
Sponsor.
Hey, what's going on? These red-faced capuchin monkeys, they're very smart, they're very mischievous, but most of all, guys, they are monkeys that are known for being pickpockets, okay? We've had them steal money, gum, weed, vapes, hearing aids. They've even stolen fake eyelashes and wigs before, okay? Oh, no. So trust me, they're always up to no good, okay? Right here, we got Charlie, we got George, Kendall, and Crystal over here, okay? They're pretty cute and everything, guys. They're just like kids when it comes down to curiosity. But the only thing they have in common with kids is that they're better when they're not yours, okay?
That's a good one.
Yeah, just, you gotta just let the video run. There's no way.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
This is how they be all day long. All day, 24/7. They're being crazy, okay? Charlie, go down your shirt, man.
Oh yeah, what's down there?
That's my husband.
Too bad you lost
No, I think you got it.
Oh. We're now doing some ziplining, and we have to first sign in and sign a waiver should be able to do it. Then we'll get fitted for our gear, and then we are on our way. This part of the tour, he said, will take about an hour. Safety first. Are we ready for this?
I hope so. That'd be interesting.
Am I ready?
Go. Mike,
What's up?
how's it going?
Yeah, man. You want to go first and get her coming in?
I could.
All right.
I actually got it to work, so.
Shut it off now.
Yep.
And then
Woo! He landed. Hey, it worked.
thank you. If you're afraid of heights, you do not want to come up on this platform.
So Tia's going from tree to tree here.
Last people?
Yep, I'm the last one.
All right. Yes, yes. Un moment. Go.
Whoa. All right, going from tree to tree. That's where I came from.
Hello everybody, and good evening from Roatán. We're just leaving the port here. We've been probably in the water for about a half an hour or so. And I want to show you this because there was 4 cruise ships in the port today. So there are 2 cruise terminals here in Roatán, and there were 4 different cruise lines in today. So Princess was one of them. I couldn't see the other one. The one that was right next to us was Royal Caribbean, and it looks like now, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, it looks like we're racing them because they left a few minutes before we did, but now it looks like we're kind of caught up to them. So yeah, so we had a excellent day here in Roatán. It was a long, busy day. We did an excursion with shoreexcursions.com, and it included going to see the animal sanctuary, doing a zip line, and going to the beach and snorkeling. So we did all 3 of those activities today, so it was a very long day for us. It was very interesting. The port here in Roatán was very confusing to us when we first got here. So John's directions that he had gotten said to take a right or a left next to Diamonds International or something like that. That wasn't quite right. We followed the signs that said, you know, go to these pickup places, but it only went to like number 8, and we had to go to number 11. So then we finally went back and figured out where it was. It was by where the taxis are outside of the port, but instead of going to the left where the taxis are, we had to take another path along the right-hand side. And then somebody greeted us that was with the excursion company that we were booking with. So it was a little confusing for us. I was going to try to videotape it on our way back, but we almost actually didn't make it back to the ship. We had about 4 minutes to spare. So no running down the pier before we left for the on-call, but it was quite close. So yeah, so it was a great day. It was very interesting. At the animal sanctuary, they had a whole cage full of guinea pigs. So we got to hold the guinea pigs and feed them too, because they put them in some snacks of sunflower seeds in our hand. And then we went and saw the sloths. That was a lot of fun. I was expecting their coat, their fur, to be kind of rough and coarse, but actually it was very fluffy and soft. So that was a highlight of the day. And then after the sloths was the macaw birds, and so that was really cool. They were beautiful birds, and they are very tame, and the one got to would sit up on our arm so we could take pictures with them. And then after the birds, there was a caged area with some monkeys. So that was actually quite interesting because they were stealing people. If they were wearing a hat, they were stealing people's hats, but they were just jumping from person to person, on their shoulders, on their head, all that kind of stuff. So that was fun. So the guide had mentioned that the monkeys were kind of like children, where they're curious about everything and they like to get in trouble, and they just, were having a good time in there. So that was a lot of fun as well. After the monkeys, was that it? I think that was it for that excursion there. And then we got on our van and we went to Zipline. So that was fun as well. John and I had ziplined in Puerto Vallarta before, but this one was a little bit different. So I think there was 8 runs altogether. So I didn't feel unsafe or anything like that. It was just a little bit different of the lines and things like that. No gloves. They didn't make you wear gloves. You did have to have a helmet and the standard harness and stuff like that. So so we rushed kind of through that. And then after we got done with the zip line, we got to go to the beach, which is where we did our snorkeling. So we had a group of people that went out in the boat to do some snorkeling, and that was beautiful. There was the coral reef that we could see, a ton of starfish and different fish and animals. We got to see a lionfish and a lobster, like I said, the starfish, and a whole bunch of other tropical fish. That was really cool. And it was a lot better experience than we did when we tried to do snorkeling in Isla Mujeres when we were there a couple years ago. So we had a great time. And then after our snorkeling, we got back to the beach area, and part of the excursion did include lunch. So we got to pick our lunch before we went out on the snorkel portion of the tour. So then when we got back, they were able to give us our meal. So we only had 20 minutes to eat at that restaurant that was there on site. And like I said, then we had to rush and get everybody back to port. So it was a little close call for me. So like I said, we had about 4 minutes to spare before they were gonna probably close up the doors. So did not want to be one of those people. We actually, when we got to the port, the van driver, they had a separate upstairs like stairway that we had to cut through a building and go down the escalator and then go around because we were that close. So, but other than that, we've been having a great time on this cruise so far. As I mentioned, I believe at the very first of the video, this is our very first cruise, so we didn't really know what to expect. There's a whole bunch of new things to learn and how to figure things out. We're not seasoned, obviously, at all, but it's just very interesting. So I'm having a great time. John had mentioned that he doesn't need to do another cruise with just him and I unless we are going to go to Alaska, so we'll put that on the bucket list. But otherwise, if a group of people wanted to go and do something like friends and family or something like that, then he would consider doing another cruise. But I don't know, I'm enjoying it. I think I told you guys before, I showed you in the videos that we're in the aft, so we're in the way back, so we get to see all the current behind the boat. I was very hesitant to book this room, the stateroom, only because I normally get motion sickness very easily. And so everybody said, oh, you're going to feel the rocking. Yeah, you can see it rocking right now. It's not that bad. It's just like turbulence in an airplane. People said that we were going to smell diesel fuel a lot. I haven't ever smelled that. People are complaining that they might see, you know, salt build up on the glass that's on this balcony. That's not my case. I can still see clearly out the glass. So yeah, I have no regrets booking this room. I do like the larger balcony. So our friends are in another room on the 10th floor. We're on the 11th floor. And their layout for their room is pretty much the exact same. Their bathroom is a little bit different, but their balcony is really, really, really short. So I really like this, that we have a lounger in here and then 2 of these chairs. So, like I said, having a great time. I should have done a poll of some sort to see what people are interested in knowing about cruising for the first time, so to make sure that I cover it. But I will try to put it all together, and hopefully this will be an informal or an informational video for any first-time cruisers as well. Or maybe I can showcase some things that some seasoned cruisers know about that would be helpful for first-time cruisers. So yeah, so we're out to sea right now. We will arrive in Cozumel tomorrow, and we're just going to play it easy tomorrow, and we don't have anything specifically booked. We're going to do our own little walking tour. We had a chance to go to Cozumel a couple years ago, and we just never did it, and so this will be our first time in Cozumel, and we're looking forward to it. We're going to try to eat a bunch of tacos, so we'll take you along tomorrow. So I don't know what we're going to do tonight, but if I find anything interesting, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching so far, and if any of this video has been informative to you, then please consider subscribing to our channel or giving the video a thumbs up. We do really appreciate it. The sun is starting to set.